Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Star Trek Voyager, Season 1, Episode 10, State of Flux. This was a fantastic episode. I really like this one because it comes out of nowhere. Like, I remember this episode. I've seen this episode before. Like, I know all about Seska and everything. Even when she first showed up early on and she wasn't even named, I was like, oh, there she is. I know who that's going to be. Even rewatching this episode, I was like, damn, like, it's such a good episode where you just don't expect it. It's a very Deep Space Nine episode, to be honest with you. Like, it just kind of occurred to me. So, the main focus of this episode is the return of the Kazons, which is the race we first encountered in the pilot. It's the ones that were, like, with the Ocampas and stuff like that. And one of their ships has basically been destroyed, and they realize it was because of something to do with Federation technology, and they don't know why, but they're looking into it. I'm just going to kind of jump to the end of this episode because I just want to talk about that. Like, a lot of it's kind of interesting, like Neelix talking about the apples and the roots. Like, it's kind of fun, it's interesting, whatever. I don't care. So, to get to the end, this episode is mostly about Seska and how we've seen her over and over again. And there's some great lines in there, like B'Elanna, where she's like, oh, the engine room will be ready tomorrow. And Janeway's like, well, I need it ready, like, in 6 hours. And B'Elanna's like, no, I said tomorrow, and it's going to be ready by tomorrow. I don't exaggerate. Which is kind of a reference to Geordi and a reference to Scotty, where we've seen Scotty, where he's like, oh, it's going to take 8 hours. Well, you only got 2. Okay, fine. And they even said, like, I forgot which movie it is, like the 5th movie, where he's like, do you always multiply the time by 4? And he's like, how do you think I'm a miracle worker? And they're in the episode Relics, Scotty says the exact same thing to Geordi, where he's like, you didn't tell him it's the real time, did you? Like, you're supposed to give an exaggerated time, and then it makes you look good. Where it's always annoyed me in movies where, like, oh, to hack into this bank, it's going to take 12 hours. Well, you got 30 minutes. Oh, okay. No, life does not work that way. Physics do not work that way. So I loved seeing B'Elanna say, like, no, I said tomorrow, that's the best I can do. And it is what it is. So over the course of the episode, it's basically just a whodunit. Who gave this technology to the Kazons? And it ends up being Seska. And it turns out, not only was it Seska, and is she, like, a Maquis spy or whatever, but it turns out she's a Cardassian. Like, how fucking crazy is that? And they even say, like, oh, like, she had some sort of cosmetic surgery, and Tuvok says, like, oh, we had numerous experiences with this before. Going back to Deep Space Nine, they've said, like, oh, Cardassians do that, where they do not only the cosmetic surgery to make them look Bajoran, but plant the sleeper agents. I mean, there was the whole Kira subplot with her adopted father and stuff like that. And there was the whole episode where they made Miles think that he was a Cardassian undercover. Like, it was crazy. I was not expecting Seska to be that Cardassian sleeper agent. She's not even a sleeper agent. Like, she knew. My friend Janine, who she's done a few reviews with me before, one of her favorite lines, like she quotes it all the time, where she's like, I'm gonna paraphrase it a little bit, where Chakotay is talking and he's like, Seska's working for the Tuvok's working for Starfleet, Seska's working for the Cardassians. Who the hell is working for me on the Maquis ship? And it's like, yeah, you know, you're kind of right. And Chakotay even has that, like, face-to-face talk with Tuvok where he's like, you know, is this me? Like, did I not see this? Is there a problem with me being a leader? And Tuvok's like, no, man, like, nobody saw that coming. And it's true. It is just a punch from left field. Like, Seska, I mean, you could kind of see, okay, Seska is a villain. She's a traitor, whatever, that's fine. To be a Cardassian, like, agent that's been cosmetically no. Out of nowhere. I love this episode for that reason. And then we see her later on, like, back to her, like, Cardassian makeup and stuff. But it's such a good episode. I really, really enjoyed that, like, sucker punch. For those who have seen this one, did anybody see that coming? If anybody says yes, you're lying. It's okay. But what did you think about this episode? What did you think about Seska basically becoming that villain and the return of the Kazons? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. I try to reply to all the comments I can. It means a lot to me that you guys are enjoying this. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys next time for Heroes and Demons.